Hello, State Senator J.D. Mesnard from District 13 to give you a legislative update. So we've actually completed a lot of our work this session. We still have to work out the budget with the governor, between the legislature and the governor, and those discussions are ongoing. In fact, we're going to take a little bit of a break from some of our work that will allow those discussions to be front and center. But a couple of updates that are important for you to know. The Superintendent of Public Instruction, Tom Horn, had a press conference earlier in the week where I and some of my colleagues were attending, pointing out that there is grant money available to schools for school resource officers, SROs. The money can go to SROs and counselors, but he indicated, and I believe rightly so, we're going to prioritize school safety. So SROs will be at the top of the priority list for those schools that are applying for those funds. And I hope that schools do. That's why we put the funds out there. Now, some of us have been attacked by those on the other side of the aisle saying we don't need law enforcement on our school campuses, we need more counselors. I respectfully beg to differ. I think the number one way that we can help keep our kids safe on schools is to have a presence of law enforcement there to not only confront the heinous situation where someone shows up to cause harm, but even whether it's gang fights or altercations between students, they're there for that. So this is something where we do differ from those on the other side of the aisle. We do support counselors as well, but SROs should be the priority, whereas they actually in the past have voted against SROs on our schools. Speaking of differences between us as well, unfortunately, Governor Hobbs vetoed a bill that no matter where you stand on the abortion issue, we should all be on board with. The bill simply said that if a baby is born alive, even from a botched abortion, if a baby is born alive, you need to do everything you can to deliver life-saving measure to that baby, to that living human being. Unfortunately, she vetoed this common sense legislation because of what I believe is an extreme position she holds on abortion, where even if a baby is born alive, the idea that health professionals would be required to keep the baby alive as best they could apparently is anathema to where she stands. So again, another area of disagreement. And by the way, I juxtapose that against where she is drawing a line, which is standing up for folks who are on death row, intervening on their behalf to stop justice from being carried out. I mentioned this in an earlier legislative update where she stopped someone from being executed for heinous crimes. So she's doing that while she's vetoing bills aimed at saving lives. Very unfortunate to see that happen. Anyway, that's all for this legislative update. Until the next one, God bless.